Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will guide you how to ace BDS exams by telling you the tips and tricks, the writing format and how you could score more by perfect way of attempting LAQs and SAQs. So the first point is the examiner gets only few minutes, example 5 minutes to check each paper. They have bundles of paper and they can't give much time for one paper. So make it easy for them to check your paper. Second is don't leave any answer. Attempt the whole paper. If you know or you don't know a particular answer, just attempt it. The third point is don't change sequence of answer. Write section wise as it is given in the question paper. If you don't know any particular answer, leave the space for that answer and attempt that answer at the end. As discussed, the examiner has only few minutes to check your paper, so don't make it difficult for them to turn the pages and find your answers. Write in sequence format. The fourth point is presentation is very important. Be it your handwriting. Handwriting is not much important, but it little bit important. Then margins, you need to draw the margins. For example, I have shown here, this is a answer paper and these margins are already drawn. So you need to draw margins over here, and how you will write the question number is, here you will write the main question number, here you will write the sub question number, and here you will write the sub points of that particular answers, example A, B, C and so on. And you need to write the same number or variable which is mentioned in the question paper. Example, if it is mentioned question number 1, then you need to write question 1 like this only. If it is Roman 1, then write Roman 1, and if it is A, then write A. Don't change this, or examiner won't check your paper or that particular answer. Then the sub point in presentation is don't rewrite any answer. For example, if you are writing gingiva, then you remember, no, it's not gingiva and something else. So don't cut it and rewrite it. First form your answer in your mind and then write it. The next point is first answer of the paper should be very good. The first answer marks your first impression. So attempt that very properly and very neatly also. The next point is you need to read the key points which are mentioned in the question paper. For example, in DA paper, if they are written compare and contrast, then you need to write both the similarities and the differences. But if they have written only contrast or distinguish, then only you need to write differences. Examiner's trick over here. So you need to take care of this. Also, I have given an example how to write DA distinguish answer. In the example, I have taken maxillary central incisor and mandibular central incisor. First, you will draw the labial aspect of both the central incisor in the respective column, and then you will write the points related to labial aspect. Then you will draw the lingual aspect and write the points related to lingual aspect, and so on you will do for proximal aspect and incisor aspect also. Drawing diagram will give you more brownie points over here. Then the next point is write answers in point format instead of paragraphs. For example, if you go on writing and fill the entire page, examiner will find it difficult to highlight the important points which you have mentioned it. But if you have written in point wise format, they can easily find the important points which are required for that particular answer. Then the next is how to write a particular answer. So for writing a particular answer, first you will write the intro of that answer. Then you will draw a diagram or a flow chart or any other diagrammatic representation like graphs or something to support your answer. This step is very important. You need to explain your answer in form of diagrams or flow chart, from which examiner could know that you already know the concept very well. Then you need to write the headings and then the subpoints under that headings, and then the main content. Then the next point, I have already mentioned that diagrams or flow charts or graphs are must in an answer. It is very important to draw wherever possible. Not in all answers, but wherever possible, just do that. Then the next point is you need to draw boxes around the main words. For example, if there is a particular heading, draw a box around that heading and underline the important points in the particular answer. Then the next point, write answers according to the marks allotted. For example, if it is 10 marks answer, you need to write more content and elaborate your answers. But if it is for 3 marks, then you need to write less content and precise and point to point you need to write. Don't write 3 marks answers very big, so you don't have time to write 10 marks answers. Allot your time accordingly for particular answers. For 10 marks, allot more time, and for 3 marks, allot less time and less pages. So all these are the required points to ace a particular exam, theory exam for BDS. And now I have taken an example over here. For example, this is a topic Gingiva, which is of 10 marks. I will show you how you will write the answer. So the first you will say the introduction. So here you will include that it is pink, it has grayish tint, the surface is translucent to transparent, keratinized, its extent, what it covers, like the periodontium and all. Then what is it divided into: free gingiva, attached gingiva, interdental. And then what is the dividing line? It is free gingival groove. I have mentioned here in short, but you need to write this in elaborated format. I have not written the entire answer. Okay, and then you will write the macroscopic features. So over here, this will be the heading, this will be the sub points, that is free gingiva, free or marginal gingiva. And then you will write the content, like it is unattached and it covers the teeth in a collar like fashion. Then it follows a scalloped line on the facial and the lingual surfaces of the teeth. Then the next subpoint will be gingival sulcus. Over here you can mention it is a shallow crevice between the inner aspect of gingiva and the tooth. Its depth is 2 mm, and all the points which is mentioned in the book. Then the third subpoint will be attached gingiva. Over here you can write it is 4 to 6 mm. It is a mobile portion tightly bound to the alveolar bone and extends from free gingival groove to mucogingival junction. Then you will write the point on interdental papilla and its content, which is mentioned in the book. Then mucogingival junction and the contents. And at last you will draw the diagram. Over here I have shown my diagram which I drew for the macroscopic features of gingiva. Here you don't need to mention all this, just draw the outline form and name this. This is free gingiva, this is attached gingiva, and this is alveolar mucosa. Then you will write the next subpoint, which is microscopic features. So in microscopic features also I have mentioned it very little bit, but you need to elaborate these points as mentioned in the textbook. So first you will write about epithelium, that is parakeratinized in 75% of the population, orthokeratinized in 15%, non-keratinized in 10% of population. Then what is parakeratinized? Like the superficial cells retain pycnotic nuclei and all that you need to mention. Then you need to mention the layers of the epithelium in gingiva and elaborate each layer in detail. Then you need to mention about the pigments, the rete and the basement membrane also you can include in the epithelium, or you can write the another subpoint. Then other subpoint will be lamina propria. In this you will mention about the papillae, that it is long, slender and numerous. Then about the connective tissue, collagen fibers, oxytocin and elastic fibers, gingival ligament, gingival fibers, that is dentogingival, alveogingival, circular, dentoperiosteal, and rest all the fibers in detail. Then you can mention also about the fibroblast. Then you will draw the diagram, that is the microscopic diagram of the gingiva. Then you can write about the functions of the gingiva, that it protects teeth and the underlying bone, it supports teeth. These are the sub points, you need to mention it a little bit in detail. And also the clinical considerations, like in case of metal poisoning, it causes characteristic discoloration of gingival margin, and in periodontal disturbances the gingival sulcus is deepened, and it leads to the periodontal pockets formation as a response of plaque or toxins. So this is how you can attempt a LAQ related to dental histology. I have mentioned it in very easy and point to point format. You need to elaborate this a little bit. If you need the PDF of this entire thing, I will put it in my Telegram channel, and I will mention the link in the description box. So if you want the PDF, do check that. Thanks for watching my video. All the best for your exams. Take care and bye bye. Also, don't forget to subscribe my channel for further upcoming videos. Thank you.